The Test of Devotion, a Tale of Lord Shiva. In the sacred land of Bharata, nestled within the snow-capped peaks of the Himalayas, resided the greatest of all ascetics, Lord Shiva. Serene and unmoved, he meditated upon Mount Kailash, detached from the material world, yet always aware of the prayers and devotion of his countless devotees. Among them was a humble and pious man named Bhakta Ramesh. He lived in a small village by the banks of the holy river Ganga and spent his days in unwavering devotion to Mahadeva. He chanted the divine Panchakshari mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, with every breath, his heart beating in rhythm with Shiva's cosmic dance. Despite his poverty, he never wavered in faith, believing that Shiva's grace was his greatest treasure. One day, the Devas, led by Indra, approached Lord Shiva with a request. O Mahadeva, Indra said humbly, we wish to see the true power of devotion. We know that you bless all who surrender to you, but can true devotion surpass even the might of the gods? Shiva, ever smiling, agreed to their request. Let us test the devotion of Bhakta Ramesh, he said. Disguising himself as a poor, wandering sage, Shiva descended to the village. He approached Ramesh's modest hut, where the devotee was in deep prayer. O noble one, Shiva said, I am but a hungry traveler. Could you spare some food for a weary soul? Without hesitation, Ramesh welcomed him with folded hands. Though he had little for himself, he offered the sage his only meal, a bowl of rice and a small cup of buttermilk. The sage accepted with a smile, but after eating, he looked at Ramesh and sighed. Dear friend, my hunger is still not satisfied. Ramesh, though surprised, did not hesitate. He sold his few possessions to buy more food and served the sage with joy. Once again, the sage ate, but he still claimed to be hungry. Without a second thought, Ramesh went to the temple, where he had saved a garland and offerings meant for Lord Shiva. He exchanged them for food, returning to feed the sage once more. This time, after finishing the meal, the sage's form began to glow with divine brilliance. Before Ramesh's astonished eyes, the humble sage transformed into Lord Shiva himself. The air was filled with the fragrance of sacred flowers, and the ground trembled as the heavens rejoiced. Bhakta Ramesh, Shiva said, his voice resonating like the rumbling of the Himalayas, you have passed the greatest test of devotion. You gave all that you had without expecting anything in return. Your love for me is true and pure. Ask me for any boon, and it shall be granted. Ramesh fell at Shiva's feet, tears streaming from his eyes. O Mahadeva, my only wish is to serve you forever. I seek no riches, no power, only your eternal presence in my heart. Shiva smiled, placing his divine hand upon Ramesh's head. Your devotion has already earned you my eternal presence. From this day forth, you shall be known as one of my greatest devotees, and your name shall be remembered for ages to come. The heavens rejoiced, and flowers rained down from the sky as Bhakta Ramesh was blessed with immortality in the hearts of all who would hear his tale. The Devas bowed before Shiva, acknowledging that true devotion was, indeed, more powerful than even celestial might. Thus, the legend of Bhakta Ramesh became a beacon of unwavering faith, proving that the love of a devotee can move even the greatest of gods. And Shiva, ever compassionate, continued to bless those who surrendered to him with pure hearts, reminding the world that devotion, above all, was the highest form of worship.